This is BKS Duelist, bringing you the second map of the first semifinal. We come to you from TSA Jungle, where taking two Masakaris against an Awesome and an MK2, Saber and Finalizer were able to defeat Kentax and Grab and took a 1-0 lead in a best of 5 maps. This map, TSA Forest Valley version 2, has a weight limit of 70 tons, so we can either expect to probably see 1 medium and a light or 2 lights. This map has generally played out to be long distance. Those mountains I'm pointing at right now by the Inner Sphere base are a popular place for players to set up at. Another place is this little valley down here. There's often been some people showing up close range and fighting each other there, and people have also ended up at center. But this map generally tends to play to the edges of the map. Map is smaller than it looks. It's pretty open, but it's not a terribly large map, which helps with keeping the games nice and tight. So let's take a look and see what Kentax and Grabacr might be using. Kentax has decided to use, I believe, that's a Cougar. It's a 35-ton light mech and an Owens. I think that's that's the Owens Delta with 3 small pulse lasers and 2 SRM launchers, 2 dual SRM launchers. No, excuse me, two SRM launchers, and then Kentax has 2 large beam lasers, and I'm trying to figure out what's in the missiles. That might be the Prime with 2 LRM launchers and 2 large beam lasers. So they'll have some distance, while the Owens will be able to close quickly. So that's so they'll be able to use both speed and have range, and those large pulse lasers, given time, can do quite a bit of damage. They're good up front and at distance. So we have a Raven, very interesting choice. 3 SBL and looks like an SRM launcher and a large beam laser. Interesting. And Saber is in the Owens Charlie, a personal favorite of mine, a laser bolt with 4 500-meter range. Oh, it looks like Finalizer might be changing from the Raven. Saber has 4 medium beam lasers and 3 small beam lasers, and he has shared radar. So I believe that also has BAP. BAP and mask, so he can move very quickly, and has a very good radar system, and he can see it. And the Cougar F, one of the best brawling mechs. It must close in to 350 meters for its SRMs, which are the source of much of its power to do damage, and it has to move in, I believe, at either 250 or 300 meters for the lasers. A very dangerous mech for brawling, but it must close the distance. The 2 Owens will be rather evenly matched in loadouts, but the Cougars, this will be interesting if the Cougars end up facing off each other, because Kentax Cougar has the range advantage by far. Appears that they're waiting for the go signal. Let's see if they've mutually decided to start. Okay, well, Kentax and Grab are out, so we'll assume the match is underway. A lot of people playing this map will go straight to center, straight toward that beacon. Like, But I like this strategy. I have seen some successful matches, including one that I played here, even though we ultimately lost it. Going around the distance, you're able to see a long ways. There's lots of cover, and you are able to have many options for your engagement. So Kentax and Grab are moving out. The Owens is significantly faster. It can mask at 180, where the Cougar is limited to just under 90. And the KOS team will have the shared radar, which is nice, but Grabacr also has BAP, so the two Owens should be pretty evenly matched with the radar packages. This will be very interesting when teams take the same, maybe not the same variants, but the same two types of mechs. It can often come down to skill and tactics as the deciding factor. And a very nice strategy here by Kentax and Grab to take their time and move along slowly but swiftly. And Kentax would be able to hit missiles and that laser from a pretty significant distance here. Let's zoom out a little bit and take a look at the overall broad map. So Kentax and Grab are now going to move along in the valley. And oh dear. Okay, Saber and okay, they have left the hangar. Very interesting. Sometimes you'll see the name of the player in previous spots they were in. So Kentax and Grab are now exiting the valley and are moving up. And appears they're going to stop and look around before deciding to enter the lake. And they are going to move pretty close to the enemy base. Do note that the turrets are disabled on tester strength mode. Oh my! I have found at least Saber, and he is on the other end of the map, ladies and gentlemen. This could be interesting. It could be a while before the teams ultimately engage each other here. Appears that Saber and Finalizer have split up. Which is always an interesting strategy. It requires much coordination between and being familiar with your teammate to successfully pull it off. So Kentax and Grab are moving in their general direction now. And it looks like that Grab is gonna get a little bit ahead and scout ahead. Very interesting. You don't see this side of the map played as often as the others. It looks like this could be where our engagement happens. This is also rather rare, seeing both teams so spread out from each other. Looks like Saber's still looking around. And Kentax and Grab are going to look up here, I suppose. Time could become a factor. I believe we started right around 25 and change, and each team is allowed 15 minutes. If teams run out of time, they both are credited with a loss for the match on the map. Oh, and he has discovered Saber. Kentax surely saw Saber there. He is out of his range, even for that long-range cougar, but even if you saw him, trying to catch up to Saber when he's already that far away will be a bit of a challenge. But perhaps now that the teams might know where they're at, we might see some action here shortly. So Saber is taking advantage of that shared radar to probably share the information with his partner, Finalizer, and there is not GECM stealth on there, so that if his radar is on, it'll be easy to pick up. Oh no, Saber might be running into 2-on-1. We have first contact. This is the Cougar. The Owens will be able to run away rather easily, but the Cougar will be able to get some damage on it. And here comes Finalizer. And it appears that I was wrong about the variant of that Cougar. It does not appear to be the LRM model. And Saber is really taking some... Kentax has lost an arm, and Saber is very beat up at this point. His back armor must be very low. So Finalizer's going in and trying to... And there goes Kentax. Grab has got pretty decent firepower, but not against a Cougar F. Let alone a Cougar F with a teammate. All Grab can do here is use his speed and try to spread out the damage. It's always the interesting thing, you never quite know how damaged the mechs are. Oh, and there goes Finalizer. So this could be anybody's match, especially with Saber missing both of his arms. And Grab is moving in aggressively. He is utilizing those lasers pretty heavily. And there we go, folks. Grab and Kentax have defeated KOS, Saber, and Finalizer to tie the match at 1-1 as we move in to the next map. And we will see you there, fans, shortly on the Knights 2v2 tournament.